Hey everybody, Engineer Coffee, welcome back to Mars. Last episode I buried the monorail track in the ground here, so let's go ahead and continue on with that project. Alright, so we got to start on the bottom floor. We're going to have 4 landing pads, 2 on this side, 2 on that side. We'll have some elevators that will go up to this main level up here. And then we've got our rail for the train coming in, and we've got kind of a plan for the over the top. We had a projection that I don't think the projector exists anymore, but that's alright. So a lot of work to get done. I think where I want to start though is cleaning up this trough here. I want to get some armor panel or something on the side to clean that up. I don't know if I want dirt and a, rock slide coming in. It looks a little bit goofy and unfinished. So let's see what we can do there. Okay, no new members this week, but I want to say a special thank you to the 7 here that have made it to 1 year as a member. Thank you so much for your continued support. Alright, if you'd like to join, there should be a button down below. There's also a special behind the scenes section of the Discord. Make sure you have your YouTube and your Discord linked up so you can see that page. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Do I have any material left in this guy? Did I get him emptied out yet? Okay, that guy's actually empty. That's good. Alright, so let's carry the concrete over and see where we land. Well, I could technically do a full block. That's really close to that. I think I'll do a half block here. I think that'll look a lot better. It'll clean up that edge, that's for sure. Looks like we're gonna have a few spots to clean up here and there. That's okay, we can stay in the trough, so that's nice. Oh, I'm gonna explode this at some point. Alright, I guess I don't know how far down I want to go. It's starting to get a little bit tall here. Kind of a weird lip. I think we'll probably make it larger. Something like that. Okay, that's gonna be a bit of a challenge. We might grind off some of this, because that's looking a little bit... That's looking a little bit pokey. Oh no, I disconnected the voxels, didn't I? Okay, it's gonna connect back. That's good. Alright, well I guess I need the radiation to go down, so now what do we want to do? Maybe a wall like this? Maybe we'll slope down like this. Yeah, that'll be good. I don't have to dig out any more dirt. Guess a flashlight might be good here in this pit. Alright, then we'll have to figure out how we want to get out of the hole here. Okay, there we go. There's a nice retaining wall. I'm thinking I'll just dig out just a little bit more. Let's right-click drill that, actually. Please don't explode on me. Let's see. Can I get underneath there, please? Yeah, I think something like that. We're going to dig this dirt out, though. I knew it was going to do that. So violent, too. Why can I not place a block there? Is there a rock underneath there? Yeah, there is.
Inventory full.
Inventory full. Alright, get some of this stuff well done. Alright, I want to see if I can place this guy here. That's fine, it's going to be covered up anyway. It's this that I need to drill out. Okay, now how do I want to deal with the slope? I guess I can carry this down as far as I want underneath there, but then this guy's going to carry into that. Kind of like this going all the way down. We might just keep that there. I wonder if we can get like a half block maybe? Because we'll be... Yeah, we're going to be a half wide, so maybe we can get underneath here. And we can do something like this. Well, let's get that concrete color again. Or if we do something like this, then in theory we could... Okay, I was going to say, in theory we can get a half block like this. But why is that working? Why am I able to place blocks inside of the other blocks? I'm going to weld it up. Is it going to blow up? Why is this working? Okay. I don't know why that's working, but it is. How far can we go? Can we just go all the way? Or is it just because it's at, like, the bottom? No. Apparently we can just keep going. Really? Oh, I'm out of steel plate. That doesn't help, but... Okay, I gotta keep going with this now. Okay, we got thousands of steel plate left. Okay, good. It looks good. I really like it. That's kind of what I want, but... Okay, I'm gonna go with it. Alright, let's get some of these voxels cleared out. Okay, that's interesting. I can't place it back now. Okay, well, I guess it's not gonna work. It's definitely a glitch in the matrix. Okay, no, it does work. It's just order is important. I have to get the sides done, and then I can get this done. Okay, let's go with it. I'm gonna go with it. I think it looks rad. Just like that. Which means I need to grind out that, because I need the voxels. Which means I should grind that out. Well, there's no way this ends poorly, right? You know what, I should probably check to see if the other side's gonna work before I get too far, huh? Let's see, this'll be sloped like this. And then can we get away with this stuff on this side? We sure can. Okay. I got a lot of rocks to dig out, but other than that, I want to get some of my radiation down, then I also want to weld this stuff up because I don't want it to explode when I drill out all the voxels. We're just going to do it piece by piece instead of doing a time lapse at the end. And strategically I'm making my way down the hole here. It's a little bit rough. Or break them. That's what I was worried about. Okay, metal grid. Give me those forbidden waffles. Okay, like it never happened. Well, apparently I picked the wrong time of day to do this because I'm in the sun in the trough, so that's fun. Nope, don't want to do that one yet. There we go. I got a radiation wall. That's gonna help. I think. We're dropping, right? We are dropping. Okay, that's good. Let's see. We should probably carry this up and figure out how far we're gonna be. I don't want a full block. Trying to save as much material as possible. Oh, we're not quite up to the second block yet anyway. Okay. That's what I was worried about, is when do we get into this second block there. Alright, that actually looks pretty good right there. Because now we're into that voxel. So that's probably the place to stop. Which means we'll probably just slope that down. Like this guy. I guess it's probably fine where it is. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Alright, can we get this stuff down here, maybe? No. I almost want one arm to be up and the other down. Could I do that? Okay, yeah, we got left hinge. Let's put that guy up to 0. Why not? There we go. That works. Now can I get in there? There, I can get in there. Should have thought of that earlier. Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. I should still be able to hit 7, yeah. And get it to go both of them up. Alright, more welding. Alright, let's clean up some of the dirt here. Hopefully. Oh, it's gonna break it. There we go. There we go. Give me a lip to catch on. Come on, I'm crouched. Just get rid of it, please. Alright, let's see. We want this underneath, because I hate this seam right here when I can help it. Alright, so let's just get rid of all this. See, that one's probably fine. I think we might be able to reach that. Except for now I'm stuck. I don't know why I need to set value. I can just put that to 0, and it'll go up to the top. That works for me. Alright, the train's doing the work. I like it. Wow, the train's really doing the work. Okay. Well, I'm not worried about that right now. Alright, last little bit by hand there. I think we are good. Now I just gotta figure out how to transition here. Because it's getting a little tall here on the end. That I think we could probably end it. But then I don't know if I want to just leave it dirt. Or how we want to do that, because we're also coming out of the voxels over here. What I think I'll do is I'll definitely carry this guy in the center. Like this, all the way down. It's just what we want to pile on the sides of it is really the question. That's probably far enough, right? Something like that. And then over here, well, I don't know. Where do I want to come out? Thinking just there, and then we can use... Where is it? That one. Ow. No, the radiation. I don't have any vodka. Alright, I went on my head and made some vodka. What does this stuff do? Does it just take it away? Negative 45 radiation over 15 seconds. So yeah, I can just drink it and it takes the radiation away, right? But it doesn't, like, make me immune. Yeah, it's still kind of climbing and reducing at the same time. Okay, good. Alright, now I know how that works. That's good. It's not going to make us radiation proof, which is good. So it doesn't replace the hit, which is, I think, is a good thing. Oh, how do I want to do this? Okay, something like that. I just don't know how to transition here. I guess I'll just make the dirt kind of look nice, but yeah, I'm gonna just keep breaking voxels. Oh yeah, got a little bit of a crack there. Oh no, it's not too bad. I just made the crack by damaging the block. Okay, that's pretty good. We just need to get this guy on here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, time to get more drunk on the job. Drink another vodka. Right, there we go. I cleaned up some of the edges around here, or at least as much as I could do, to kind of draw this back, to be able to get these blocks in here, because it looks a lot better without the seams. But it's now just kind of like a boring channel, so I kind of want to do something with it. But now I have half walls that I can't really attach anything to, so that's unfortunate. I mean, I guess I could bring it back now that I dug out all the dirt. It could go back to there, but it's already all welded up and looks nice. And this doesn't have an edge to it. If I grind this guy off, yeah, you'll see that edge line. So I kind of like not having it there. I'm thinking we can grab these guys and kind of make a design across the top, like that. All right, I think that looks good. That'll break up this monotonous concrete trough, I guess. So I will just keep on doing that. And I guess I'll watch out for my radiation, because that's going to be fun. Why is it dropping? We're actually getting a radiation drop from the planet, from the moon over there. No, that's Earth, isn't it? It's actually dropping our radiation. That's funny. Okay, well, we'll take advantage of that while we can. I probably can't go out that far. I'll have to get the monorail to see where we, clip. Well, it was fun while it lasted. We're already out of the, radiation safe zone. But that's pretty cool that that works. You can stand down here and do it. That works. Yeah, let's leave those two off. Let's go get the monorail and see how this is looking. Oh, I need some food. I didn't put any, like, health in there, did I? No. Why would I? Okay, so far so good. It's probably the turrets that are going to be the biggest problem, right? Yeah, technically they're still under on that one. Under on that one. That looks... Yeah, this probably is a cutoff line right here, huh? Might be able to get that one. Well, that one works. Alright, and that one catches. Okay, we found the limit. That one looks a little crazy, though. Do we want that one? We definitely don't want that one. That one's a little too close. Let's take that one out, too. Okay, cool. Yeah, that helps a lot. Now let's get the old lobster and get that welded up. What do these things take? Small steel tube, interior plate, and construction component. Should have all of that aplenty in here. Alright, that looks pretty good. I like that one a lot. Alright, let's get the train back in the station over here so he has clear line of sight with those turrets. That looks good. I like that a lot. Somebody in the comments, though, while this has been being built, suggested putting windows in the side here with lights. Which... Well, no, this is already off one, so we can't really put, like, the slanted windows in there. Let's see, that's a full block. Maybe I could put, like, those bridge windows in? Where are my windows? There they are, but that's not the bridge on there. We'll just get rid of the letters. Yeah, if we put like the bridge floorless in like this, and then he was talking about putting a light behind it. Like we could do like that. Then maybe we put a Trough light behind it. Maybe every other, like that's probably the wrong one to do. But like maybe this one under that upright, and then we'll skip two of them and do another. There we go. Yeah, that'll break this up a lot, actually. Okay, I'm liking that a lot. Alright, got some blocks back there for the lights to adhere to. What do these Trough lights need, though? That's not the one I want. I want the inverted Trough light. Oh, they require steel plate to place. Okay, well that makes it a lot easier. Maybe not concrete. Steel would probably be better. Yeah, okay. Well, now I got the long slog of putting all this in. Alright, should that be steel or concrete? The concrete matches in better, but it doesn't really make much sense. Yeah, we're gonna do steel. I think that looks better. Alright, now I need a bunch of glass to get all that welded up. We also need power on this base. We're not actually connected to the monorail track, so we're not getting any power. So that might be something we need to do soon. Oh, let's see, what do these require? 30 a piece, and I've got 10 on each side, so 600 pieces of glass. A little sketchy coming down the track like this, but I think if we take it slow, we'll be alright. The constant glitching back and forth with the view is a little obnoxious, but there's not much I can do about that one. I guess I could stay in first person, I'm just worried about touching the track. Oh no, that's actually a little easier. Let's see, can we get out of here, do you think? Maybe. Where are we? Yeah, we might be able to get out of here. I was thinking I might have to reverse all the way back. Oh, don't hit over there. The guns are over here. Come on. Oof. That one was really close. Did it damage anything? Maybe? No? Guess we're okay? Alright, we really need some power on here now to light this up. Should I dig the conveyor line, or should I just put some wind turbines on it? I should probably dig the conveyor line. It's just really boring. Alright, I think I'm going to worry about the connection later. Let's just get some temporary wind turbines on here and call it a day, because I want to see what that lighting's going to look like. Alright, there we go. Wind turbine. I know it's temporary and I didn't really need to weld it up, but it might be more than temporary for a while, so I don't want it to look nice at least. Can we see anything in here yet? Not really. Not enough of a radius, I guess, on them, probably. It's also not really dark enough. I guess we'll wait for the nighttime and then we'll do it. That's gonna look cool, actually. Alright, well, while we wait for the sun to set to check out the lighting, I want to work on these hangars here. Is it the most practical thing to do? Probably not. But is it the cooler looking thing? Yes. So that's why I want to do it. I have an idea for this. It's gonna require these, though.
Fuel low.
Oh, of course. Alright, and the next one is right here. I'm gonna actually rethink these covers. They might be armor panel, just so we don't kind of mess with this raised line. I think that's actually gonna be better. Let's do that. Alright, paneling. That's what we're gonna do here. That way, that way. That way it looks better, I guess. I don't know. Now the question, should I... It's gonna have a 7x7 elevator, so I feel like these probably need to go here as well. Okay, that's probably fine. We'll get some, like, struts or something on there to fill that in, because this will be beams or something across here. Because yeah, that's not concrete. Because yeah, this will go across like this. Okay, that works. And then this will go across here, so I can get something to attach our hinges to. Alright, I think I might do this out of large grid, actually. I was thinking small grid, but I think I'm gonna like the large grid more. It'll be easier for sure, but I think it'll look better, match in more. Okay, there we go. Now, how do we want to support this door? What about these new blocks? Yeah, these guys, these rounded blocks. There's that one. That's not a terrible one. There's a 2x1 slope. Is there a... Alright, that's a 45 slope. Is there a 2x1? I thought there was. Yeah, this one. Well, it's half slope on both sides. That's the one I'm looking for. Maybe something like that? I don't know. It's fatter than I thought, hanging off of that hinge. It's not terrible, though. Okay, so the center line is there, so we're going to have these half plates. Like that. We should probably do the caution color, huh? I shouldn't have built that. Because I need to detach that, or... Well, we'll just merge it. That's fine. One there. One on that side. There we go. Well, King Crab's doing a good job keeping the radiation at bay here while we build. That's nice. Let's see, where are my windows? There they are. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. I think I want to break it up, though. I'm going to take this guy out. Yeah, those three out. These guys can go on there with a half block. There it is. on there. Then we can do a half block on this side. Oh, does it not place? I feel like it'll place. We might just have to
Energy
angle those guys
critical.
down. Let's turn that one off. There we go. Now I should be able to put these on. Alright, upper limit of 0. Let's see what this looks like when it merges back. There we go, beautiful. Look at that. Might do something similar up here, we'll see. Alright, I got the other side welded on, and we might have a problem here. Just put some braces up in here to just try to get it to look a little bit more decent, but I got a button right here, and when we trigger it, it's all fine. I mean, it kind of merges. The caution there is a little annoying, but it always is. So that's all right. We could probably just change it to yellow and call it a day, but what I'm looking at, I don't think this is going to be too well, because we're going to be down here. Can't get really tall on a ship before this elevator hits it, so that's a problem. So it's going to be really small ships, and then when you're walking through the door here, you've got this guy in the way. So what I'm thinking is, I might want to just shrink the door. So instead of being 7 wide, we might just do it 5 wide instead, and I think that would look better. It'll shorten these doors up by 1, so they'll be up, you know, here. We can change the windows, obviously, but that'll put it up into there, and then they won't hang down as far, so they'll be up here, which means we can get a taller ship, but it also means we need to have a skinnier ship, which is probably fine. I mean, like, the lobster here is pretty fat, and he doesn't fit anything more than a 3 wide. Yeah, so it definitely fit the lobster in here. I mean, the lobster would go in here no matter what. He's pretty short as well. It would sit down here on the pad. So the lobster would definitely fit either way, but I think we're going to go skinnier. I think we're going to go 5 wide, and we'll still go 7 long. That's alright. It's all steel plate. I can pretty much just grind that off by hand. Alright, since we're going to do just 5 wide, let's take this out right here, and this one out right here, and instead of putting more paneling in, let's put some pipes in instead. Kind of break it up. Yeah, like these. Typically I do... It's not that color, it's the piping over here, right? Sure, it was on the clank excavator, I don't know. Okay, now our hinges will go down here. I'm gonna hang them from the ceiling this time instead of doing, like I had, of attaching to the wall. So that'll still be negative, that's good. Let's do it in a different color. Then I was thinking we could use these to kind of cap them around. They don't really touch, obviously, but it's probably alright. Or that one. I guess I don't really care which one. See, there's an A, a B, and a C. And a corner. We don't really want the corner. We could get away with, like, this one, maybe? Nah. Nah, that doesn't look as good, right? Okay, cool. That's good. And then I guess we need... let's grind off these, I guess, because I want to connect them with the doors. It's a lot easier than using merge blocks. Okay, now we need these. Now we need our paneling. So we only need to go 1, 2, and then the split. That'll actually look really nice with that. Let's see, these are facing that direction. 1, 2. I guess I should have welded that up. Actually, you know what? It's fine. It can hang. Okay, now we're gonna weld it up. It just keeps swinging every time I try to add a block. Where are the meteors? One over there? Is that it? Oh, more are coming. I guess they're just crashing over there. We just can't see them. I see the dust coming up. But the visual range apparently on those is pretty short. It's kind of interesting how we see the explosions, but not the actual meteor. Alright, that looks much better. It's a good height here for the doorway. It won't swing into the ship as much. I think that looks pretty good. And then the nice thing about hanging it from the ceiling is now this guy can go further than just 0 degrees. It's at like -10 degrees. So it'll swing out of the way when the elevator goes up. I think that is good. And got a little bit of design there with the beam blocks. Kind of conflicts a little bit as it merges in, but it's alright. Still don't know if I like the caution there, just how it doubles up. It's a little odd, but we'll keep it for now. Alright, now I guess we need to design an elevator. So let's get those doors swung out of the way, and let's dig out some ground. Probably replace those with full blocks as well, because we might need to, like, enclose the elevator shaft just so we don't see a big pile of dirt down below. That's easy enough, though. Now, how do I want to do the lift itself? I was thinking maybe a scissor, but doesn't leave us a lot of space now that we're large grid. Alright, just for reference, let's get this guy welded up. Alright, how far do you extend? Let's go faster than that, please. Okay, yeah, it doesn't extend far enough anyway. We'll want to go down one lower as it is, but if we did a scissor, how would that look? We can have one here and it would cross over and then back and up. Alright, the more I think about it, the more I think we should do a scissor lift, just because it's the, gotta have the coolness factor, right? I should have thought about that before I ground all that. Can I drop this stuff anywhere? Not really. Maybe over here? There we go. Drop some steel in there. Alright, let's do this around the perimeter so then we don't have any conflicting blocks. See, that is the block I want. Just gotta find the right end. There we go. Alright, so this will be the platform level, which means we need to come down at least 2. Like that, and then we'll have the ground over here. So let's grind out some more. We should still have the langoustine with the drills on it. Does that guy fit in anymore? No, he really doesn't. He's really too wide. But I have those side thrusters on there, which I really shouldn't, but... Which I guess I could take those off right now, because we're not drilling anything. We're just using this for a terrain clearer. Alright, let's try that. Yeah, we definitely need to take those thrusters off. He's a little too jumpy. I'm too full on my cargo, though. We'll do it in a little bit. That's not where we're going. Where'd I park my car? Deborah, I'm underground. Leave me alone. Our conveyor junction's there. Hinges on the top so that we can actually convey this thing. No, I do not want it that color. You know, I actually probably want it... no, that's fine. The base can be black. But we'll probably do the legs like yellow or something. There. One there. Nope, this is supposed to go here. Alright, we do want it conveyed, so let's put some pipe up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess. We'll do the whole thing, actually. And then we want the bend to come backwards. Like that. This is going to be way too tall, but I don't care. Because we kind of want the scissor look to it. 2, 3, 4, 5. And that was dumb. Forgot they weren't welded together. Let's grind that off before it smacks something. Alright, I realized I gotta have it sucked in a little bit. I can't do it on this line right here because then it hits up there at the top, which is, you know, fine in theory. The elevator will be notched out accordingly to that. But I want to put that same notch down here. So that's going to get in the way, so I removed them there, but then I got to think about it. I should probably weld this stuff up before I don't have access to it. So let's go ahead and get some steel plate, or at least get the lobster in here, and we'll weld it up real quick. We'll try not to wreck him this time. Alright, a bit of a tight fit, but manageable. Let's bring that down so I don't toast these out with the thrusters. Maybe all the way down. Alright, there we go. Now we got the uprights in the right spot. It's awfully tall, but that's alright. It'll look nicer when the, you know, it's actually in like a scissor and not straight up and down like this. So that's good. Now I just need to carry the elevator. This will be solid back here, I'm pretty sure. And we're going to conveyor up both of those ends. Is probably the idea here. Which means I just need... do I want this to be white to match the ground here? I might. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. That's not even the right block. We need the solid one. Thank you. Do I want to keep it solid the whole way across? Or do I want to start angling? Probably not. That's probably fine. Okay, here's where I actually need to think about the conveyor line, though. Because I could do one conveyor line off of it, but the thing of it is these... Alright, so we've got that connector there. But we can't attach it to each other. There's no pass-through. So I have to have one on one end, one on the other, is what I'm thinking of doing. So I want the big one probably in the center. Okay, so we'll do a corner there, and then the small one will be off to the side, maybe? Or maybe we'll do 2 off to the side. That would work, right? Okay, so conveyor. This one will be curved. That'll be ground out. We'll put the head back and attach. Same with this one, that needs to come out. Alright, big inset there. The small insets will go here. One on either side, why not? Corner there, T there, and then straight. Okay, that'll work. And then we can probably put the trough lights in here, right? We can either do an inset light or we could do the new trough lights. Probably the inset. That looks better. And is there any block that looks like the conveyor but isn't? Is there a block that has that design on it? Like an interior block? Yeah, these guys technically do. Maybe we could use this one with the corners. I need an interior plate. Oh, I'm out of something. Probably should have emptied my cargo in there. That didn't help at all. Alright, what are we missing? Bunch of construction components and actually some motors. Alright, there we go. I wasn't really feeling the color. I wasn't really feeling color white, so I went ahead and replaced that. Oh, I need to replace this guy right here. I like the interior block. Alright, there we go. That looks nicer. Yeah, looks much better in the black. Let's go ahead and get this guy retracted down. Alright, I think I've got them all named, and I've got this button panel here. Let's go ahead and reverse it. Okay, they're all going down at the same time. That's a good sign. Hopefully it clears that. It should. Please don't get stuck. Oh, it gets stuck. Oh no. Well, hopefully we can clear those out and it'll clear the rest of it. We can always put them back later. Oh, that's right. I need to replace the floor here. I guess I could replace these with slopes, huh? That might be an option that we do, just to give it better clearance up there. Let's go ahead and just do that right now. See, I think we need this one. Yeah, that guy needs to go there. And then am I going to be able to slip that in? Yes. Nice. Nice. Okay, it's going to go up all the way to the top. It'll probably stop itself, which is kind of what I want. Perfect. There we go. Okay, stop pressing. Stop pressing. I was hoping to get an angle off of it, but that's not going to happen, is it? Oh no, is it stuck now? Oh man. There we go. Come on. Play nicely. Okay, I think we might just need to replace these. Okay, so you can be that, which means this is what? Like that? No, that's not right. I mean, I guess that one technically, but that doesn't match here.
Energy low.
What am I looking for? It's not that. Might be that one. Yeah, it's that one. Okay, was 60 degrees a good guess? What are we? We're at 60. Okay. That's what I have for negative 60 there. That feels like it's pretty good up here. Yes. Okay. That was convenient. How did that work out? There's no way that's like a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Okay, well that worked out. That looks wonderful. I love the look of that. That's red. Okay, then this guy would just come down. Need to cap the bottom of those conveyors. Alright, that is awesome. I like that a lot. We'll definitely have to have a event controller that this guy is fully open, like this, at the angle before this elevator can go up, and then the elevator has to be fully retracted before this guy goes up. That'll be easy enough. Okay, one of these gone off the side. Nice. There's our door. Goes down. Wait till it's all the way down. Then we'll push the elevator button. Oh, that's perfect. That's awesome. Now we just got to recreate it 3 more times and fill in this wall so we don't have this stone showing, I guess. Other than that, I really like it. I like that this still maintains this scissor look to it. Alright, now I gotta figure out how to do the rest of this room before we get too far and build all the doors on top and we can't get the welder in here. So, I think I might need to get a projection or something and carry it forward there to see if we can pop out over on the other side over there. I think that would be cool. Let's go ahead and see if we can do that first and see if we can put a door there. And then we'll go around the rest of this base, I guess. Okay, I was thinking I needed a projection, but I can just stretch this guy out. Let's grab that one off the top. I can stretch this guy out and figure out how far down we need to go, right? Because that's level with, well, that's the top. We come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the actual platform. That's the actual platform right there. Is that right? So yeah, it looks like technically we could have a tunnel right here. I mean, it would be a very long opening. Yeah, I guess not that long, right? Because you only have it like 2 tall because of the door. Maybe 3 tall. Yeah, no, that comes back a ways. It comes back a long ways. Now it finally merges into the voxel. So there's the top of the tunnel, and then the bottom of the tunnel doesn't come out till there. Might have to think about that one if we do a tunnel or not. It'd be kind of cool though. My other thought was sinking the base, like we put a retaining wall or something on one side. That might be cool. You know what, I'm just gonna leave that there for now. It's disconnected from the grid because I was gonna take a projection of it, but we'll just leave it there for now. Alright, I should at least figure out down here before I get too far what we want to do. I guess I could probably just wall it in, call it a day. I probably don't need to put that much effort into it. You're not going to see it very much. Oh, I should put some design in it. Let's put some pipes in there. Was it that orange color? Must have been that orange color, because that's up here, right? Yeah. Oh, these do take a large steel tube, though. That's kind of annoying. Alright, now is one of those times I need the partial copy, so I can copy that and paste it over here. That's alright. What I do need to do, though, is get this plumbing hooked up, because we have no access to inventory right now, and we're actually running low on stuff in our lobster. So I think I want to get that plumbing done over here somehow. So we'll definitely dive down underground for now, and then we'll worry about the top sections later. But we'll definitely tunnel under this way, just straight underneath with a conveyor junction. Let's see, I believe this was, yeah, this is disconnected on this end, so let's connect it in a couple spots, just temporarily. Just because I don't want it to not be on the grid. Let's grind this section of track. We are connected up here, right? Yeah, connect all the way across there. Should be good. Alright, there we go. There's the hangar door, which means we need to go even lower than that. Should we just come out the bottom here? Probably. I should probably just dig the tunnel here then, and keep it low. And we'll just keep on this level, and dig a tunnel all the way through. Alright, now I need to come over here and figure out how far we need to go. Yeah, right here. I left this space open right there. This is where we're going to dig down. I want to try to not dig the voxel so much, but we're going to just park right here and make a GPS. There we go. We've got an obnoxious GPS right there. We have to dig over 100 meters. Oh, this is going to be fun. Oh, 200 meters. Okay, that's going to be a lot of conveyor. Yay! Alright, several minutes later, I think I've got it. I've got the conveyor line across the bottom here. So we'll need to weld all that up. So I got a connector here. It's obviously not going to line up anywhere close. So I guess we'll just put a hinge on the end here, maybe. And maybe a hinge and a piston. So we should probably get a little further back. Or is that going to be angled too much? That should be fine, right? Find out, I guess. We go with there. No, we can go a little bit more. We're 20 degrees? Yeah, that's good. And this guy just needs to come barely up. There we go. Now we can connect. Wow, my oxygen is actually low. Okay, let's go back and refill that. Alright, well this is going to take a while. We'll get there. At least I have access to the main base, so I have all the equipment over here. Is there a way I could weld that? Like with a welder? Not really. I might put some T's, I guess, and get some cargo access in here. We'll see. Alright, I think we got it. That took forever, but got a green light, and now I've got a cargo container here on the end. Let's make sure we're connected. We should have everything. Oh yeah. Okay, now we need to dig down and get over to these guys over here. So I guess we'll probably just create a line underneath there. Yeah, then we can avoid the elevators as well. So we'll come down this line right here. Okay, straight there, straight there. I guess a T here. Guess that needs to be a junction then. Which I don't have any interior plate. Of course I don't.
Energy critical.
Can I access the cargo? Ooh, I can. Nice. Alright, in theory we're hooked up now. Can I get access to like... No. Because I covered it up. There. So now let's select this. Let's see if we have cargo access. Then we'll know that we're all plumbed up. No. Oh, yeah, that's right. Duh. I did everything but the junction over here because I was using it to get access to the cargo. Okay, that'll do it. Just need a corner right there. Now we should have access to everything. Do we have access? We do! Yay! Right, there we go. Now we have a finished, I don't know, pit, I guess? Let's lower that guy back down. Oh, that's not good. Forgot about that. There we go. Now it's done.
Energy low.
Alright, sweet. We got cargo access, and then I plumbed it over here so we can get this section done over here. Looks like I just need to drill out a lot more with the Langostine over here. That's easy enough. And we can charge up here, right? We should be able to get oxygen and all the rest of it. I'm actually getting low on kelp crisp, so I think my algae farms are off. Oh no, they're on. Oh yeah, they're totally full. We just need to make more kelp crisp. Right, in theory, if I stay level, I can do all of it. Alright, I'm sure I dug out way too much. That's alright. Let's get him back over here. Actually, I probably don't need to. I probably need that cargo access. Let's just leave him there for now. Okay, so it's 1, 2... like that? Or no, there? That ain't right. Is it? No, that's right, I gotta get rid of these. Now, let's see how much of this stuff we can get welded up. I need to have a hookup for this, guy, actually, now that I think about it. I don't have a bottom connector on him. We're gonna get some back connection on the base here somewhere. Oh, look at that, I'm already out of steel plate. I knew I was getting low. Alright, where do I want to plumb a hookup for the lobster? I don't really have anything. Got that conveyor line there, but I've got doors in the way now. Right, there we go. There is our temporary connector, I guess. That'll work. I got some more steel. Let's go ahead and get some more welded. Now I just gotta be careful around this stick that I put in my own way. Not bad. Just got some steel plate to weld up. That's easy enough. Alright, let's get another door section on in here. I got the hinges started. Where are my new round block things? Where did I put those? There they are. Next to the pipes. What do you need? Interior pipe. So nice having access to the entire base now. I probably don't need the steel tube right now. Okay, let's see. We did those on that section. Here and here. Oh, I should probably weld these up before they start swinging around, huh? Alright, now it's these angled pieces for the door. There it is. Alright, before I weld up those windows, I've got an idea here. Let's, well, let's copy the settings here, actually. Alright, paste the settings, and we also need to attach. There we go. Alright, energy is low. That's alright, we need to weld up anyway. We need some food in us. I really should probably put a med bay over here. I keep getting injured, or killed by radiation, or hit by Deborah. I should probably heal up. If we can get so lucky and weld the stuff underneath. Or if I'm gonna have to go below. Oh, that's kind of surprising. Yeah, it's not welding that up at all. Unless I'm out of parts. I might be out of parts. That's probably the more likely thing, right? Yeah, I don't have any interior plate in there. Okay. Alright, that looks pretty sweet. Probably should get some lights or something on there, though. Kind of light it up. Alright, I think I've got an idea for this, but we gotta go back to the apartment. So let's go ahead and get into the train. Oh, we don't have track here. We need to open these doors. And then we need to figure out our rotor setup. Maybe the inside would be better this time around. Because the rotor would be right here on the inside. Which I could just cover up with a panel or a wall or something. Well, I'm gonna have to wall it off anyway because of that. Yeah, you know what? I think we'll do it on the inside. But we want this thing to be airtight. I mean, I guess that door is airtight, but I don't want it to open up and not make this room under here airtight, so... There we go. Something like that. Give it a little character. And there, we could probably take that out and put the, half-block one in there. Probably the way to do it. Which means we probably don't want the pillar one there. Well, actually, I could do a recharge and a station there. Let's do that. Let's do one there, and then we will have the one with the support like this. Oh wait, there is no half-block refill station. It's just the refill station and then like the flatty one, right? Because yeah, I was thinking we could do this guy and then another half-block of the refill station, but we don't have that. Do I have survival kit anywhere? There we go. It's in with that, right? Or it's in with the air, maybe. Yeah, there's that inset fill station, or there's that one that attaches to the side of the thing. Guess I could do a half-block air vent. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do a cargo on one, and then we'll do an air vent on the other. So we'll need to have some conveyors here. Now, is there any reason to get into this tunnel? Can't really think of one. I mean, I know I can build whatever I want back there, but I feel like we've got enough space over here to get all the way over to the launch station, wherever we put that, so I'm good at closing this end off. Alright, so make sure we have enough for a conveyor junction. Then we can get rid of this guy.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Alright, nice. There we go. Now we can go ahead and rotate him around. And we got a track now. Okay, let's go ahead and head back to the apartment. I should have waited till night so we could see those lights. That's alright. Alright, well maybe we'll get out of the track here and then we'll wait for the meteors. So we have these Gatling guns to protect us. Alright, where are you, meteors? Hitting over there. Okay, well I guess we'll drive towards them. Never mind. Is there a second round coming? Sometimes it's got a wave. No, appears to be okay. Here we are back in the apartment station. See if I remember where to park exactly. I should probably put like a light or a sensor up there. Eventually want to automate this thing so it drives back and forth to each station, but not quite there yet. Alright, bringing the old Hemet back to the base here. Brought the one with the camper because I didn't want to mess with the containers and have it not plumbed up to the rest of the system. Also, I think this is the widest one, so it's probably a good indicator. Alright, here we are. So what I'm thinking is we will drive onto this platform and we can get on an elevator and go down into the base. Because we want to be able to deliver cargo containers into this launch facility. Because what I want to do is I want to create a ship that takes those mobile containers and puts them on the ship somehow. So either with on a rocket or a ship or something, depending on what we design. Let's see, it's not that wide, is it? I did something like this, and then a caution. That too narrow? Oh, that's not bad at all. That's actually perfect. Okay, so we'll do that. And then here for the windows, yeah, it's going to run on the windows for this method over here. So we want to rotate them. All right, there we go. Now we have a road across the top here. I think that's pretty good. So we want to open this door over here. I should have put that button somewhere else so I could actually see what's going on. Elevator goes up. Does it still have... No, it does not. That's good. Thought maybe it still had the Langoustine on there. Yeah, now we just drive up onto the elevator here. We can get down. Push the button again. There we go. That might be a little fast. Truck's jumping a little bit. There we go. Now the truck is down. It's tall enough that the doors are not going to hit it. Not the elevator, not the hinges. Yeah, that'll be pretty sweet. And then these actually drive through these doors with the containers. I don't think the camper does, but the container ones do. So then we can put one of those doors here to go into the tunnel, and we can unload our cargo into it. I think that's going to be rad. Well, there is a lot more to do, but we've got a plan. I like these hangar doors and elevator. Just got to finish it. Well, I guess 2 more hangar doors on the other side and 3 more elevators. Other than that, we got to get all the interior stuff done and then work on the actual launch site. But I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode here. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.